Yeah, it's so necessary to just suffocate Matera once you're in that position. She doesn't have the best close-range scramble options. You know, she has 6-frame close light. She doesn't have a meterless reversal. She does have her share of evasive options. She has a good 2M as well on defense. Not the best, not a very good defensive 2U.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're able to give her that inch, she can weasel her way out. You know, she's got the hop as well to help out the corner. It can be tricky to keep her pinned. And, of course, BC.
Yeah. She's got a few ways to try and escape here, but let's see how Fukunaga tries to navigate the absolute minefield as we head into the other side of losers' quarters. Once again, Monarch versus Fukunaga.
We're using both the EX Orb and the EX Pillar. Fukunaga now out of options to threaten that space. Never mind, of course, the Samsara, I believe, the 214H closing the gap.
Little lariat action just bringing us over to this West Coast corner. Once again, feeling so comfortable just sending it with the 5U install.
Triple attack, nothing else. Goes for the empty jump throw that time.
Yep.
Oh, just about missing on the H Nimbus. Can't go for the pressure with the safe jump even.
Yep. Okay, we're just poking out with the 2 Ls, a little bit space, so we go for the 2M, but nothing found. Monarch backed up against the corner once again.
No follow-up from the L Nimbus. It's going to be a huge amount of damage off of this.
Yeah. Send it with the tail swipe. Run through our cooldowns. Not going to spend the 100. Oh, we are. Okay, SBA just to drain one more of those BPs, so you got one more Brave counter to your name, Monarch.
One, the Brave counter, 50 meter for a DP, and there it is. Unleash the ultimate Great Fall.
Tapping on the glass. That's one Brave counter down from Fukunaga, but still taking so much extra damage. The counter zoning of the EX pillar cannot be understated.
Yeah, the H pillar are a little bit faster than the L and M pillars, so it is able to kind of create trade situations a lot of time. Huge jump in right to start things off from Fukunaga, carrying Monarch all the way to the corner. That is going to be an install into the Celestial Dominion as well.
Go plus frames off of any of these specials to keep the block strings going. Not going to consume it off of the EX Orb, just fine to have ourselves spaced out.
All right, there's the throw. Gonna go for another one, but ready with the tech, and there is a huge backdash shimmy. That is gonna be more than enough. And notice this is actually gonna be a perfect from Fukunaga.
There we go, a stellar second round. Putting the first game on the board here, Monarch. Reconsult the notes, going back to the mental palace, what we have.
Getting a perfect on Matera in general is very, very tricky. She has so many tools to chip you from all ranges, but getting a perfect against Monarch of all players, that is exactly the kind of momentum that you want going into this next game.
Yeah, barely even had any opportunity to set up the butterflies, especially the U-Butterfly, right? Some of these really strong options from Monarch, but we've just, like you said, been suffocated in this corner. We've had no space to try and weasel out.
Good challenge right there with the far light.
Tap on the toes once again with the 2L. We got the butterfly detonation. Spot dodge on the Great Fall.
Trade for Fukunaga right there. Gets the plus frames, catches Monarch trying to walk back. And this is going to be another huge conversion. Possibly it's the SBA. Yes, it is.
It's not the kill just yet. Throw is lethal, though.
As is the H Deadly Flare. Very nice. Fukunaga in real control right now.
Monarch, how do we stop this onslaught?
Battle 2. Engage.
Real difficult right now. You just have to be a little bit faster on the trigger, I think. Making sure that those arrows are able to hit their mark. Prevent Fukunaga from getting these pillars off, from getting these Anatia orbs off.
Yep. So scary to commit to a dash. We're seeing the walk forward on top of the butterfly, but already so much space lost, and now the EX Lariat from downtown. Fukunaga has you up against the wall. It's deja vu once again.
Empty jump throw again. Here's the meaty Anatia.
Yep. Looking to catch the jump out or a Zephyr with that EX Nimbus, but Fukunaga's still fine. Walking it back, give you a little bit of space. You think you have room to breathe, but Monarch fighting for his life with these 5 H's.
And Monarch, the usual zoning game plan is just not working right now. Fukunaga navigating everything with the absolute perfection.
There we go. That far end immediately with punish. Nothing to do on Monarch's side, but perhaps finally consulting the notebook. No, instead we're hydrating. Give ourselves a second to rematch screen.
Yeah, take your time, compose yourself. It's very, very important as a Matera player to be the one to control the pace.
Yeah.
Right now, that's not quite happening. We'll have to see the adjustments that Monarch needs to make. Maybe even needs to integrate a little bit more aggression into the gameplay. You And Monarch has done such a good job playing that longer distance game, but Fukunaga looks so comfortable playing around that right now.
Exactly. Once we've started conditioning a little bit of that patience from the EX pillar, even if we send the EX Lariat on block, there we go. We've already covered so much space.
Yep. And again, look at the ranges where Fukunaga is playing. Noticing that he's playing at that full screen range, as soon as he sees Monarch throw out a far heavy, he just 5Us knowing it's not going to hit him.
Exactly. And even if it did, just a little bit of chip damage, who cares? I'm going to get that 5U install, so when I finally bust my way back out of this corner, I'm going to have to hold all the plus frames in the world, the ultimate pillar.
Speaking of all the plus frames in the world, beautiful anti-air with the far medium right there.
Yep. Ooh, okay, caught out with just the last active frame of that detonation. Tried to bust your way out with the Lariat.
Oh, huge catch on the jump right there. That far medium is going to lead to so much damage. Looping the great fall.
Go, EX arrow. We have 100 available for Monarch as well, so you butterfly, ultimate arrows are a factor too. Third, anti-air with the far M as well. Monarch catching these jumps out from Fukunaga, and the ultimate arrow seals the deal. Finally around on the board.
Huge right there for Monarch, and I think the crucial thing, as you mentioned, were the anti-airs, the far mediums, leading to so much, because Fukunaga was getting away with a lot of jumps before.
There we go. Now that we're back in the mid-screen, how are we going to deal with the threat of rotating this pillar, Nimbus, and the EX Lariat as well? Once again, stuck in the corner, but Far M is doing the job right now for Monarch.
That it is. How does Fukunaga answer that? Probably making use of one of those aerial buttons. Stronger ones for the crush level. Nice catch right there. Great use of the TK arrow.
Beautiful momentum coming out from Monarch, ending the combo a little bit early, but still sets up the meaty great fall. Another catch in the corner here. We spend the Raging Strike. We need this damage where we can, and we get it right back with the SBA.
Beautiful stuff from Monarch right now. This is such a strong position. Making this comeback against Matera, against Monarch's Matera, is near impossible. Monarch shutting it down and getting his first game.
Oh, these jumps, like you said, we're not getting policed in game number 1 and 2, but Monarch, after a deep breath in that rematch screen, now just on point with it, almost 100% hit rate for knocking Fukunaga out of the sky.
Whenever you're ready, come back home.
Also, even looking a little bit better on the spot dodges as well when we're sending out, orb into ultimate pillar. You can barely see it behind the animation, but we're avoiding a little bit more chip and a little bit more of those plus frames, which we're, running up behind for free almost.
Going to the 6-6Hs at the round start, trying to brute force his way out on the ground this time.
Yeah, looking for a Lariat, just trying to poke out with the 5L, but it's getting EX pillar for your troubles. Cool down, back up now.
Right, that is a trade you'll definitely take if you're Fukunaga.
Yep. Ooh, okay, traded with the far M, but not the worst thing in the world here for Monarch. Still keeps the corner positioning and pushes you back in with the U butterfly. Now we have so much space to set up some of our best moves.
The Corona handshake coming out, and this is a lot of corner carry, a lot of damage as well.
Ultimate Lariat, say with your chest, Fukunaga from downtown with the dash H.
Yeah, just gonna sit, take that chip damage, and get the BC. Choosing not to get the Celestial Dominion up right now. Whoa!
Trying to be tricky, double downing on the UDP, 50 meter down the drain, 40% down on the HP. One more touch with this ultimate butterfly could be enough. So we BC out, but we still try and run up for a deep dash only to get instant mashed by Monarch.
Yeah, beautiful challenge right there from Monarch, knowing that there was nothing really in that position that Fukunaga to present to get the KO. No Celestial Dominion on his side.
Ooh, but the slide just a little bit too far out. The walk back from Fukunaga, just barely putting him out of range.
Yeah, superb with punish and positioning from Fukunaga. Finally gets that big 2H anti-air that he's been looking for this whole time. Fukunaga going for the empty jumps quite a lot to block those.
Now, with that ultimate butterfly in the string, again, we get to spend our meter. Things that aren't UDP, just keeping the pressure up.
And this chip is really piling on, even with the high HP of Vasusia. It is making that difference. Attack on the throw once again.
Oh, but there we go. The micro dash into the counter hit. Fukunaga has you up against the wall. He hasn't built up the 100 yet, so we still need one more hit. Or a throw could be enough as well, especially after that Nimbus, so we match for our life. Ooh, stops out the pillar.
Very, very nice from Monarch right there. The patience!
The double shimmy?
Not biting on either of those. It doesn't get clipped by the butterfly, the arrow even.
So scary. Just a little bit too far away to get the detonation. Waiting for the Lariat, but the ultimate DP right behind Fukunaga on set point.
Yeah, great job to go for the UDP right there. If Monarch was off on the timing of that throw punish, as he was, that was going to be a punish every time. Fukunaga now at set point.
Okay, EX arrow, yeah, to just clash with that orb and make sure we're not getting away with some free pillars. Still has the cooldown up here for the EX version on Fukunaga's side and stops your approach.
Here comes the pressure, tries to challenge after the 6XL. He's gonna eat a full corner combo as a result.
Celestial Dominion, once again, the 5U buff. This block string gonna be long as hell, but still able to escape the low arrows, giving the U Butterfly the amount of time we need to catch with the tracking.
All of that able to return back to the middle of the screen as well. Fukunaga blocking this all out, but again, that chip is piling up bit by bit, and now Monarch the one with the screen control.
There we go, now looking for another pillar on the Butterfly set. The U Butterfly recovers so fast, but the LNM version just a little bit slower.
Oh, the trade right there, not gonna get the full hits right there.
That was a scary U Butterfly set, and now caught here by the Lariat. Fukunaga finishes the job with a 3-1.
Incredible backdash right there, found the exact opportunity where Monarch cracked and was able to capitalize in emphatic fashion.